Hi, everybody. Welcome in. Game number 2 of our doubleheader. The opening game was a big, and I mean really big, win for the Lady Jets, 136-24. If the guys can do something similar, heck, they don't even have to get close. And still have a big night. As we get your men's game underway, Southern Crescent Tech decked out in the black with the orange numbers and the white with a little red splashed in is South Georgia Tech. Jets putting Alexis Ewing on the floor, the freshman out of Augusta, Georgia. Also Daryl Bott out of Paris, France, the sophomore, standing 6'6". Jordan Dixon, freshman from Toronto, Canada, at 6'3". Hayden Fitzgerald from Australia, 6'8", freshman. And you've got Hendrins Bartelis. Bartelis, the freshman out of Lake Worth, Florida, standing 6'5". And those are your Jets on the floor to begin this one. Tigers countering with Jacarlin Dennis, Mahmoud Bakhom, Cameron Knight, Matthew Willis, and Wesley Ankoma. Jets coming in with a 7-5 conference mark, 3 games back at the top spot held by South Georgia State. 3 dropped in by Knight. And even if you don't get the top seed, obviously, that would be your goal, to be the top seed. You want to get the highest seed possible, and then you want to hope that the seeds ahead of you lose in the quarterfinals, because the top seed after the quarters is the host team for the Citizen Championship. Given to Willis, puts it on the floor. He heads over to Dennis. Dennis, three-pointer, and the lead belongs to Southern Crescent. And I think we may have well, I thought we were going to have a 30-second issue, but no, we've got a player hurt issue. That is Dennis, who has gone down, holding the knee. And the official spotted it. Stops play, allows the Tigers to get a new player on the floor. Dixon with a drive and the lay in. He got fouled too. And he will have the strike. Well, there's nobody in business better than Brian, who is working on Dennis as we speak. And I don't know if that is a calf issue or what, but he's on the sidelines being tended to. Dixon at the line. In a 6-6 game. Perimeter 2 not there, but it is rebounded by Nicholas Stewart, who came into the game when Dennis left. And it is Stewart hitting it from the corner. Drops in another 3. Stolen away from Dixon, and then Dixon apparently committed the foul, trying to get it back. So it will be brought in from the opposite side of the floor. Put in play by Stewart. That is Knight with it. It's a tall defensive target to try to get it over at 6'8". Not able to drop it in. That 6'8" figure belongs to Fitzgerald. And there was a foul on the Ewing drive, and that will be committed by Bakum. better than 3 minutes into the ball game. 9-6 contest. Just a little too tall for Bartelis. Scoop on the other end of the floor and a foul. Well, the foul's coming at a fairly rapid pace. 2 each now. Just barely 3 minutes into the game. Going to the stripe is Matthew Willis. Willis, a 71% free throw shooter. On a team that hits 65% of their free throws. It is stolen away from Fitzgerald on the inbounds and then dropped in for 2 by Knight. And that has got a timeout called by Chris Ballauer. And it, by the way, is not a happy Chris Ballauer. And a foul on the trip down. Quick timeout. Chris Ballauer just wanted time to do a little gnawing. And maybe it's just me. That's a big fella. I would not want to make him mad. Stolen away, but then it's dribbled out of bounds by Stewart. So the Jets able to keep it in a 6-point game. 16:23 to play, half number 1. Even play to Ewing. That is Dixon from the elbow, blocked. Able to get a piece of it was Nkema. 3-pointer off the rim. Wrapped up by Dixon, goes to Bartelis. Dixon lost it, flipped back onto the floor by Willis, able to take it back was Ewing. Brings it into the paint, trying to dump it down low to Fitzgerald. And it will go off the Tigers and out of bounds. Dennis coming back into the game for the Tigers, but apparently that will be after the media timeout. Like, he was a little gimpy though. Not 100% coming back.
Georgia Technical College, where we make it happen.
Whether your dream is to become a welder, a nurse, a restaurant owner, electrician, or aircraft mechanic, South Georgia Technical College can help you make it happen. SGTC has over 200 associate degree, diploma, and technical certificate of credit programs of study available. Visit our website at southgatech.edu for more information or to apply, or call 800-928-0283.
So what are you waiting for? Let's make it happen.
That is Enola Papin knocking down some nachos and cheese. And a pretty good ball game. A few minutes ago, a 136-24 win over the Lady Tigers. And I think it was another double-digit performance for the number 5 scorer in the GCAA in Papin. Big night for Carter. And 30-plus. And threatened the all-time threes in a game record for the Lady Jets. Finished, I believe, with 8. Shot clock violation put in play to Dennis. Just a little bit short with the three from Willis. Bartelis trying to lob it down low to Brown. But Dwight Brown didn't know it was coming. And Bartelis going to come out of the ball game. Checking in is Matija Vujic. Also into the game, Joshua Langfels. And Vujic committing the foul. That will put Encoma to the stripe. (12-6) game, not quite 5 minutes in. I was speaking about the ladies' game, too. Another impressive stat from the first game played tonight was that run the Lady Jets had in the first half, a 47-2 run. And they finished with a 112-point margin of victory. Shot 69% from three-point range in the first half. And it were just some phenomenal numbers in that opening game. Worked around the horn. Back out front and goes to Dennis. After the Willis drive, Dennis misfiring on the three. Vujic with it. Fitzgerald has it tipped away by Knight. Enoch Chiakaman into the game for the Jets, by the way. I don't think I had mentioned him previously. Put in play into the corner to Fitzgerald. Down low, Vujic, and Vujic with an easy two. They'll go out of bounds. Who did it last get? And apparently it will belong to the Tigers after getting a jet on the way out. Nope. Yep, it will be. Tiger basketball. In play to Dennis. Lob back out front to Knight. Dennis in the corner asking for a screen. Didn't get it. Instead, the three ball from Knight, no good. Dennis seeing the shot clock dwindling. Got it up, but a little bit late. Buzzer had sounded before the shot went airborne. In play to Yakiman. David Finley, our halftime guest. Dean of Academics and PA guy extraordinaire. Flipped over to Vujic. Works his way into the paint. Wrapped it up, and when he wrapped it, took a step. And that'll get you a travel call every time. Dixon back into the game. And Fitzgerald to the sidelines, getting his first breather. So every starter now has taken a trip to the sideline. Into the paint time, coming, and Ackerman. Dropping it in, giving the Tigers a 6-point lead. Good to hear from Dave Elder, the commissioner of the GCAA. Working late tonight, into the nighttime hours. Says he's watching 3 of the 4 men's games. And the rest of the scores on the GCAA website, except for apparently this one. A halftime score, Albany Tech 30-20 over South Georgia State. Wow, that would be big. It's going to be a very interesting tournament. because it doesn't matter if you were 1 or 6. Still got a chance at winning it all. Parity is the norm this year in the GCAA. Handed to Stewart. Fan to Dennis, into the corner it will go. Baseline move off the rim for Knight. And you got an offensive. Dixon bites the hardwood, and the foul is called on Ancoma. And it'll be his first. In play to Yakiman. Back to Brown to Yakiman. Floats it just a little bit short. Vucic trying to come down with a loose board. It will go out of bounds. And Laskin Dennis. Yakiman to put it in play from the baseline. Brown with a misfire. Langfell's able to track it down. Back over to Vucic. Into the paint. Lost it, bringing it inside, and it will be Tiger basketball. And that has got us to the media timeout. 11:51 left in the first half. And the visiting squad up by 4. Just about all White Jones County. Diving catch it, shortstop. Gross. Towards the gap. Diving catch in center field by Ben Aklinski. There is a shot towards deep short. Kraft's got it. Long throw over, and he got it. You talk about a worker behind the scenes. There is one. I mean, she is responsible for the hospitality room, which obviously is very important. Come tournament time, she's involved with boosters. You know, the success of programs often is from those not seen, not those seen. And she's one of those not so often seen that do a great job. And she is the widow of one Pete Arrington, who has that classic named after him, and rightfully so. He too was instrumental in enhancing the program here. Dennis with it at the timeline, left side. Back it goes to Dennis. And there was a whistle prior to the shot. That is a walk for Stewart. In play to Langfeld. Yakiman trying to get it down low. Dennis tipped it. It goes out of bounds. And the Jets will keep it. Boy, it's hard to believe that we are already nearing the end of the year talking about conference tournaments, semifinals, and championships, when it feels like the season began just a month or so back. That was November. Vucic trying to take the turn on Ancoma, and he will walk again. And Vucic coming out of the game, Martellus in, Langfell's out, and Ewing in. 4-point Tiger lead. Low-scoring game thus far, especially after we leave a girls' game that had one team score 136. Hepburn able to find it, got rid of it, and now winds up in Jet hands. Ewings jams it in. Went airborne near the free throw line. Well, if you need a jam to motivate, to pick you up, to generate some energy, that was it. Off the glass, no good for Willis. Put back is. Back to a 4-point Tiger lead halfway through the half. Give it to Ewing. And Ewing with the offensive. Out of the game goes Stewart. Back in Knight for the Tigers. As it is put in play to Dennis. Dennis topside with it. That is Knight with a spin move. Loose ball. Brown had it. Tipped out of bounds by Knight. And Brown and company will have it in a 4-point game. Put in play to Yakiman. Jets coming in with a 7-5 conference mark. Came into the night 3 games back at the top spot. Ewing misfiring, tipped out of bounds by Ewing. And of course have on their resume an impressive win over South Georgia State. Jets have certainly recovered from a struggling non-conference record. Brown able to take it away, lost in time to get it back. And Ankerman will grab it while Brown, I think, commits the foul. So it'll be put in play from the baseline. Tomorrow a busy day. Got softball, baseball, and basketball. And I think our first game starts at maybe 12 p.m. And that would be baseball down in Brewton, Alabama. Softball starting at 1. Basketball beginning at 2. Give it over to Dixon. Into the paint, feeds to Pond. Pond laying it in for 2. Dennis and Knight, some pass and catch. Dennis nibble the rim with a 3, tracked down by Dixon. And the Jets with an opportunity to tie or take the lead. Dennis and Ewing wind up on the floor. Let's see who committed the foul. It'll be Dennis. So Ewing to the strike. Ewing joining the team after the holiday break. So when you go to the NJCAA stats, there are none because to qualify you have to play in 60% of the games. And Ewing's not there yet. 18 apiece, 8:01 to go in the half. Hepburn tonight, back it goes to Hepburn. Willis has it taken away. Pond on the other end, lays it up, lays it in, and the Jets have got the lead back. Another steal, Yakiman with it. Brings it to the glass. And that will prompt a Southern Crescent timeout as the Jets turn a 6-point deficit into a 4-point lead.
Of Alabama Online, where legends log in. A tradition of excellence. Choose from over 100 affordable degree and certificate programs that fit your budget and schedule. Earn the same degree as you would on campus, with the same affordable tuition rate for every state. UA Online. Advance your career and change your life. Get started today at online.ua.edu.
.7:24 to play half number one. Tigers had grabbed a lead about 3 minutes into the ball game and held on it until now the 7:24 mark. And the Jets up by 4. Apparently a little moisture on the floor that needs to be tended to before we resume play. Well, Dave, I wonder if you have to pay extra when the officials do the cleanup on aisle 7 or whatever the aisle it was on the office that needed cleanup. Somehow I don't think it warrants a pay raise. Don't know, just say probably not. 9 with Yakiman defending into the corner and will go 3 ball. No good for Macron. Fed out to Yakiman, trying to thread the needle to get it to Dixon. And it'll be Tiger basketball again. Bakum bringing it to the mid part of the floor as the clock gets inside 7. Here in half number 1. David Finley coming up at halftime. That is a 2-pointer, just inside the arc with a Willis 2. Yakiman over to Ewing. And Ewing bringing it down low, got the look, couldn't get it to fall, rebounded by Knight. It is stolen away by Bartelis and then kicked away by Knight. All in an effort to get it to Stewart. So Ewing to put it in play to Dixon. That is Yakiman, no good. Bartelis, turnaround 2. And moments ago, we kept talking about back to a 4-point lead for the Tigers. Now it is back to a 4-point lead for the Jets. Knight flipping into the elbow. Back it goes tonight. Leans in, banks it. Dixon lost the handle. Bartelis able to grab it in the corner. Brings it baseline, reversed it, not there. Willis with a rebound, and then Yakiman trying to take it away and commits the foul. And we're in the bonus, so we'll have this into the floor. Matthew Willis shooting. And has an opportunity to tie the game up here. 5 minutes and some change from halftime. Oh, I have not mentioned, have I, subscribing to our YouTube channel? We're trying to get to 6,000 subscribers by the end of the month. The end of the month is midnight Friday. And we need 82. So if you haven't already subscribed, please do. If you have, I guess you can't subscribe again, can you? Well, you could open like another account maybe and subscribe that way. Another email address. I'm not sure how that would work. Okay, we don't need to, we don't need the 6,000 that bad. But if you haven't already, there is a subscribe button nearby, and we would be delighted if you did. Daryl Pod getting his 9th start of the year tonight. Goes 1 of 2 at the line. And that'll be Pod committing the foul on the drive by Willis. Fitzgerald, who has had a lengthy break on the sidelines. Back to the scorer's table, getting ready to come into the game. And he will replace Bond. Bond picking up his 2nd foul. Matthew Willis changing that leaderboard. Advantage over to the Tigers in a 26-25 game. And I'll give it to Dixon, then to Ewing. Into the corner to Yakiman. Yakiman for 3 off the rim. Teammates battling for the board. It was Stewart and Willis, and that'll go out of bounds off Willis. So the Jets will keep it with an opportunity to again take the lead. You got a foul called on Willis. Trying to steal it away from Martellus. And we are in the bonus, so Martellus going to the strike, a 63% free throw shooter. 2nd most points on the team, the only guy with more, Fitzgerald. And Martellus starting for the 25th time tonight. That is more than any other Jet. Both free throws good from Martellus. Knight goes into the corner. Willis giving a brief look. Hepburn sending it into the paint. And that is a Stewart miss. Into the ball game for the Jets is Zion Briggs. Hands to Bartellus, and Bartellus with a scoop for his 5th point of the night. Briefly into the corner, back to Willis. Over it goes to Hepburn. That is Bakhum giving to Willis. Willis this time on the left side. Hepburn handing it down low. Just a little bit too strong with the bunny from Stewart. Brings to Bartellus. Over to Fitzgerald. Couldn't get it to fall. Rebounded by Hepburn. Into the corner of the 3-ball. Willis with a miss. Long wingspan Fitzgerald. Able to bring it in. Brings to Fitzgerald. He likes this one, and that's why. Pretty darn good at those threes. Left open, the lead goes to 6. Biggest Jet lead of the game, matching the largest overall. Tigers were able to grab a 6-point lead when it was 12-6. And now you've got the Jets with a 6-point lead at 32-26. And let's take our last media time out of the half. 2:35 to go, half number 1.
Georgia Technical College, where we make it happen.
Whether your dream is to become a welder, a nurse, a restaurant owner, electrician, or aircraft mechanic, South Georgia Technical College can help you make it happen. SGTC has over 200 associate degree, diploma, and technical certificate of credit programs of study available. Visit our website at southgatech.edu for more information or to apply, or call 800-928-0283.
So what are you waiting for? Let's make it happen.
.235 to go, half number 1 in a 32-26 game. At the stripe shooting is Stewart. Stewart, a 60% free throw shooter. ...16 starts this year for Stewart. Did not start tonight. Came in early, though, when Dennis suffered that temporary injury. Into the corner to Fitzgerald, creates the opening, puts up the 3 off the mark. Dixon able to grab it, then tipped it out of bounds. And it will be Tiger basketball. When are we back here? That is a good question. I'll have to check the Google Calendar. I do think we are back, though, for at least one more game this year. Dennis to 9. Packet goes to Dennis. That is Willis, top scorer on the team, shoves it off the window. And did it with 4 seconds remaining on the shot clock and makes it a 1-possession game. Brings to again, bring it down, lost into the paint. Able to find it, though, and the Jets keep possession. Dixon to Ewing, and it tipped away on the foul by Knight. Well, I am looking as we speak to see if we are back. And yeah, next Wednesday, Georgia Highlands coming to town, and obviously that is a men's game only. Georgia Highlands does not have a ladies team. So 1 week from tonight, back here at the hangar. And that'll be another key district matchup. Everything key this time of year. Dennis flipping into Willis. Into the paint, bangs in, rebounded by Bartelis. Giving to Fitzgerald for three. And he will do it again. Fitzgerald with 6 in the game. The lead expands to 8. It's the biggest of the game. Into the corner to Dennis, and he will match the Fitzgerald 3. Tipped out of bounds by Dennis. Jets maintaining possession. Dixon will put it in play and Briggs. Dixon. That sounded, looked, and the reaction all painful. Well, coach and trainer standing at the sidelines, and wow. That sure did not have a positive ending look to it. Dixon going to the sidelines with the assistance of Bryans and Briggs. Well, I will say, each step looks a little better. And that obviously is from a very untrained eye. So Yakiman, I think, at the stripe. And no, it is going to be Briggs. So Briggs to the line. We are hoping for a good report in regards to Dixon. And a good indicator would be, is he on the bench and does he get on the floor in the second half? Right now he is going to the training room. Couple of misses by Briggs. Dennis top side, flings it down low. Stewart will drop it in. And Martellus will chunk. And it will come up substantially off the mark he was looking for and bring us to halftime in one possession game. 37-34. Jets at the half. David Finley, our halftime guest. Conversation with David coming up. Just about all White Jones County. Diving catch it, shortstop. Gross. Towards the gap. Diving catch in center field by Ben Aklinski. There is a shot towards deep short. Kraft's got it. Long throw over, and he got it. It is becoming a tradition at halftime at some point to have David Finley with us. How you doing, David?
I'm doing great. How are you?
I am doing good as well. All right, you are renowned for your PA work at basketball games there at South Georgia Tech, but you've actually got another job that maybe pays a little better and probably what brought you to South Georgia Tech to begin with. So let's talk about it first. Academic Dean, what all is involved with being an academic dean at South Georgia Tech?
I like to tell people that academic deans are the grease between the instructors and the higher administration. That seems to be true. We're also the grease between the instructors and the students. So we work for just about everybody on campus.
Now, as an academic dean, do you get like alerts when a student's grade maybe reaches a certain level or drops to a certain level, or is it more of a manual thing where you are researching those kind of things?
It's actually both. Some classes I have, like I'm over the John Deere Ag Tech program, and I've asked the instructors of our core classes, when the students are taking English, math, psychology, I ask those instructors to let me know so I can let the dealers know, and hopefully between the dealers, the core teachers, the ag teachers, and myself, we can get that student some redirection and help. But for other programs that are not partnership programs, usually at this time of the year, we'll start hearing grade appeals and seeing what we can do to help students out with that.
So that is that what originally brought you to South Georgia Tech? I mean, or was it another area of education first?
Well, I came on campus in 1992, worked for Aramark, and I started to run the cafeteria here in August of 92. And then April of 97, I started teaching culinary arts part-time as an adjunct instructor. And I started with 4 students. And when I got to 30 students in 2 years, the president, John Johnson at the time, asked me to come on full-time. And we built that culinary arts program into one of the best in the state. And it's been recognized nationally, too, as a great place to learn culinary arts. So I did that from 1999 to 2015 when I took over as an academic dean here.
Is that now? I'm an outsider with very limited knowledge on all kinds of stuff, but academics and education in particular. But is that kind of a normal process? I mean, from adjunct to culinary arts and now to academic dean, is that unusual?
That's not unusual at South Georgia Tech. We like to look after and look out for our own people. We're a big family out here. And we like to help people succeed if that's what they want to do. I'm not close to retirement age, but I can see it down the road in about 5 or 6 years. And so I'm already looking at some instructors now that would be great to fill my job and to continue the great work that we've done. As I tell my instructors, I've got a great group of men and women that really care about the students. They go the extra mile for the students. They're great in what they do, and I'm just proud to be part of their team.
I was sitting here when you first said you joined the staff there as an adjunct in 1992. If my math skills are right, that's about 32 years ago. So with, as you mentioned, 6-7 years remaining, do you see yourself staying as an academic dean, or is there some other level or education that you'd like to achieve before retiring?
Well, I earned my doctorate from UGA in 2015. So there's no more education I want other than whatever life has to educate me on. But I serve the college. I got hospitality in my blood. So wherever the college needs me is where I'll go. Right now, they need me as an academic dean, and I am more than happy to serve in that capacity and to try to make South Georgia Tech the best place for students to get educated, for teachers to educate, and for administrators to shine throughout the state. And that's what I see my job as here.
See, I've already learned today. I did not realize that you were a doctor, so now I'm going to have to call you Dr. Finley, right, instead of David Finley.
It doesn't matter. There are a lot of doctors. When we were going through doctoral classes, our instructors were all EDs and PhDs, and they had us call them by their first name. They weren't strict on doctors. If I ever tell you it's Dr. Finley, it's because you have upset me. So,
I'm going to be watching for that then.
Yeah, I don't get hung up on the title.
All right, let's talk about music, PA there at South Georgia Tech. You're the guy. I mean, man, when you hear a national anthem, when you hear the pregame, halftime, postgame music, and even during the game music as well, that's you. How did that come to be?
When Coach Stephen Wright was here, he and Coach Brandon Harrell asked me to fill in. And I just, like I do as an academic dean, I said, okay. And my music, I grew up when I was 14, I started singing barbershop quartet music with a barbershop quartet chorus. And my music background is not what kids today like. I'm stuck in the 70s and 80s, very few 90s. My adult children said, "Daddy, we got to get you onto Apple Music so you can play some hits." So we're going to try that out this year. I just hope everything's clean. But I like the oldies. I've had a lot of we had hosted a tournament this last weekend, and someone from Albany Tech told me they love coming here because I played great music. But we have fun with it. Right now it's Christmas time, so I'm playing Christmas music during timeouts. And I've updated that a little bit. So my children are dragging me into the 2020s, kicking and screaming all the way, but that's what we got to do.
Well, let me say, too, that I thoroughly enjoy the music. I'm a 70s guy, too.
Yeah.
70s, maybe the early 80s, touch the 80s. So some great music there. And I get to the kids. My daughter had control on a 9-hour trip for of the music, and it was rough.
Well, and the girls have given me a warm-up list that's on YouTube. And I played that the first time this last weekend, and okay, if that's what they want, and if it helps them win, whatever helps them win, I'm willing to try.
I don't want you to take me down memory lane. The first time that you played the melancholy music when somebody fouled out, what prompted that, and what was the reaction?
I had gone with the school to Kansas City. We take students to Skills USA competitions every year, and the Nationals were in Kansas City, and they had a skills night at a Royals game. And when the opposing pitcher got pulled, they played a Family Guy clip where Stewie is saying, "Hey, Brian, play the music from The Incredible Hulk." And he put his backpack on and hitchhiked like David Manner did at the end of every episode with Bill Bixby back in the 70s, of course. And I thought that was pretty neat. If I ever get a chance, that's what I'm going to do. And I went out and found it, and paid 99 cents for it. So whenever an opposing team member fouls out, I play you have to hitchhike off the court music. So that's what that's all about.
Now, are you always kind of unconsciously in search of new material to add, kind of like that?
Oh yeah, I have it called in a list called trolling music. So in that I've got the Beatles' Cry Baby Cry, Make Your Mother Sigh. And I've got REM's Everybody Hurts. I've been told that when I play that, the YouTube feed stops because REM won't let their music be played on YouTube. So I don't play that one very often.
Well, let me attest to the fact that it adds to the atmosphere. It's a great atmosphere there, and the music plays a big role. There was new equipment installed about a year ago, and the quality has been enhanced greatly as far as the sound system. Did you play a role in selecting the sound?
No, that was above my pay grade, but like I said, I'm happy. Not only am I doing music, but I'm also trying to run the electronic screen now and keep up with plays. And we're going to get a class one day on how to develop new slides for that and how to put up animated slides. It'd be great to have Santa Claus dunking a basketball or shooting a three or something like that. So, but yeah, they've added that to me. And so I'm doing the music, audio and visual now. So,
well, you do a great job. Dr. David Finley, great to have you as our halftime guest. Thank you for all you do in enhancing. I mean, a ball game is a ball game, but music and PA can add just some electricity to the atmosphere, and you do that, and we appreciate it.
Well, thanks. And thanks for all you do for us. It's a great thing to be able to have our games out there on JockJive.
It is our pleasure to do them. David Finley, thanks for being our guest.
Thank you.
Hi, everybody. Welcome back. Halftime, a 3-point lead for the Jets as we get into second half action, and Knight dropping into 3 to knot it up at 37. So the first half is any indication of what half number 2 will be like, then you're not going to want to go anywhere. Von Ewing, Bartelis, Fitzgerald, and Yakiman getting the start in half number 2 for the Jets. Meanwhile, on the other side of the floor, it is Dennis, Willis, Bakum, Ankaman, and Knight. Same 5 that began the game, getting a second half start for Southern Crescent. So of the 10 gentlemen that took to the hardwood to begin the ball game, 9 will do the same in half number 2. The lone exception is Dixon. Of course, Dixon sustaining that injury. The good news is he is on the bench. But I do not know if a non-start to begin half number 2 for Dixon is an indication that he is out the remainder of the game or not. We'll wait and see. Stolen away by Yakiman. Feeds over to Ewing, and Ewing jamming it in. Dennis to Willis. Back it goes to Dennis. Knight to Baku. Ackerman down low. Over to Willis, right side. And Fitzgerald committing the foul. Well, you saw some of the team numbers on our graphic coming out of the half. Taking a look at some of the individual numbers. Top scorer in the first half for Southern Crescent Tech with 9 was Willis. Top rebounders, Stewart and Willis with 4 each. Rebounded by Ackerman, and Bartles swats that one out of here. Bakum with 3 assists, 3 fouls though, 2 for Bakum. So he is on the floor playing with 3 personals. Stolen away by Ewing. Gives into the corner to Yakiman. Yakiman putting up the 2. Too strong. Bakum with a board, hands it to Willis. Back and forth down the floor, the give then tonight. From the elbow, missed by Dennis. Fitzgerald with it. Yakiman giving it to Ewing. Ewing into the paint, shifts to the left hand. Off the rim, Bartelis. One of the best in the business. The board and the putback. Off the side of the backboard, Knight with it. It'll go out of bounds off Bartelis. For the Jets, Ewing the top scorer with 10 in the first half. The top rebounder, Bartelis with 5. Foul issues for Vucic and Bond. They both have 2. Dixon and Fitzgerald led in assists, 2 each. Most time on the floor for Jet was Dixon, 17-10. Meanwhile, Willis for the Tigers did not come off the floor. Dennis, shot clock violation. Points off turnovers, 13 for Southern Crescent, 8 for the Jets. Bench scoring, 6 for the Tigers and 8 for the Jets. Largest first half lead, 8. And that is when Southern Crescent led it by a 14-6 margin. Current second half lead, 6. Belonging to the Jets from the corner, Willis. And he'll ring in the 3. Yakiman to Bartelis. Bartelis with a jumper. Expanding that lead to 5. Into the corner and goes to Stewart. Taken away, Fitzgerald. Given to Yakiman. Yakiman 2-on-1. And now the third in by and swatted away by Yakiman. It is handing to Willis and then over to Bakum. Bakum sitting it down low. Ackerman swatted away from the backside. Loose ball retrieved by Ewing. That is Yakiman uses the body to shield off the defender Stewart. And then the foul is committed on the attempted lay-in by Fitzgerald. And that'll get us to the media timeout. 15:38 to play. Jets by 5.
Georgia Technical College, where we make it happen.
Whether your dream is to become a welder, a nurse, a restaurant owner, electrician, or aircraft mechanic, South Georgia Technical College can help you make it happen. SGTC has over 200 associate degree, diploma, and technical certificate of credit programs of study available. Visit our website at southgatech.edu for more information or to apply, or call 800-928-0283.
So what are you waiting for? Let's make it happen.
Cheyenne Preston, other members of the ladies basketball team, getting a view of the game from the end of the floor. As Fitzgerald will go to the stripe. Fitzgerald in the first half did not pay the line a visit. They're now trying to expand the lead to 7. Rattled in and out. 1 of 2 goes Fitzgerald, a 6-point Jet lead as we near the 15-minute mark. Half number 2. Briefly into the corner tonight, around the horn, Willis with it. Working his way into the paint, floats into the glass. It got glass and nothing else. Knight with a putback, not there. Ackerman trying to go back up with it, drew the foul. So Ankamon going to the stripe. It sure seemed like the first half was foul-filled. And let's see, there were 9 and 9, 18 total. I mean, that's not a crazy amount. But I guess the 18 fouls combined with the 24 turnovers, seemingly slow in the first half now. And come on, makes it a 46-42 game. Ewing zipping into Fitzgerald. Fitzgerald with a miss, and come on with it. Gives over to Dennis. Bachman into the corner. And Dennis will put up the 3, short on the shot. Joshua Langfels checking into the game. Willis with a miss, rebounded by Vucic, who has also come in. Fired down to Langfels. In and out. Rebounded by Willis. Vucic playing time in the first half limited based on a couple of fouls. He played 4 minutes and 22 seconds. Langfels got 4:49 in the first half. And Vucic just picked up his third foul. Willis trying to tie it up. Vucic coming out of the ball game with those 3 personals. Checking in is Babacar Diop. A 1-point ball game, ton of time to go. Ewing out front with it. Lobs trying to get it into the paint, tipped away by Ankama, stolen away by Martellus. So Jets get it right back. Diop took an extra step before putting the ball on the floor. Still haven't seen Dixon in the second half. And in a 1-point ball game with less than 14 to go. That may be a sign he's not coming back in this one. The good news is he's on the bench, which hopefully indicates a quick return, though, on another night. That is behind Fitzgerald. He was taken in baseline. Martellus thought he was staying in the corner. Into the corner, and Dennis. Back it goes to 9. Willis with it. Sends to Dennis. Gives a down low look. 9 over to Backham. That is 9 for 3. Rebounded by Diop. Goes back to Ewing with it. Ewing to Fitzgerald, shoots the 3. A little bit too strong. The rebound belonging to Backham. Goes down to Willis, trying to get around Fitzgerald into the corner to Dennis. And Dennis for 3. Tigers get the lead back. Langfels with it. Martellus into the corner to Diop, and Diop again. Taking a step, committing the turnover. And we will go to the timeout. The media charged 1 in a 2-point game, Tigers. Well, if you watched halftime, there's the gentleman we spoke with, David Finley, Dean of Academics, and your PA guy selects the music. A little Sanford and Son theme song here in the hangar. Thank you very much, David. Great job he does. Plus, not only with the music, he's working with the video board. There's the PA. He's a man of many talents. and was our halftime feature. Thank you very much, David. Brought down the floor by Backham. Eventually into the corner, Knight. Knight bringing it baseline. Rebounded by Bartelis. Takes it to the other end of the floor. The dish to Langfels. Loose ball on the floor. Battle to get it back. And you got to travel. So a walk mixed in with a battle for the loose ball. And Coach Chris Blauer says, let me use another timeout. I need to talk to these young men. Back in 30 on JockJive. Well, I'm assuming that there was one official overriding the other. There was a walk call, but the officials, at least one overruling the other, saying a jump ball, not a wall. And that'll get away from Ewing. In play tonight, flips it back to Backham. Backham's been playing about 8 minutes of the second half with 3 personals and has not picked up his 4th. Willis brings it to the elbow. Dennis just inside the arc, Bartelis, and he's ripping the boards down. Missed by Ewing. And we will get another jump ball. No, we'll get a foul. That is charged to Dennis, so Dennis picking up the personal. They have a final. Albany Tech knocked off South Georgia State tonight. So South Georgia State will absorb their 3rd loss of the year. And that should put Albany Tech let's see where that puts Albany Tech now. With the win. I mean, there's just not a dominant figure now in the GCAA. South Georgia State started off the year dominant, was just outside them, and then eventually found its way into the top 20. But now with 3 conference losses, starts to make it look like it's anybody's game in the GCAA. South Georgia State will still maintain a lead by 1. They will now be 11-3 in the conference. Albany Tech 9-4. And that makes tonight's game even bigger. A Jets win would have them 2 out of the top spot. So Bartelis at the stripe in a 48-all game. So if you were the Jets and you needed a little more motivation to win, that would be that South Georgia State loss tonight. Martellus, one more opportunity to break apart a 48-all game. And he will. It's a 1-point Jet lead. Willis across the mid part of the floor, throws it away. Diop with a steal. And he will lose it out of bounds. It will belong to the Tigers. In play to Backham. Willis couldn't get it to fall. Fitzgerald with a board, gives it to Bond. Back over to Fitzgerald to Bond. Yakiman sending it into the corner. Willis quickly closing in on Fitzgerald, denying him the uncontested three. And come on with a block of the Fitzgerald try. Knight's got it on the other end. Give goes to Willis. Willis floating it off the rim. Rebounded by Martellus. And Ackerman will go over the back of Martellus and pick up the foul. In play to Yakiman. I think I just saw Dixon go back to the back again, the backside of the gym where the trainer's room is. Flipped over to Yakiman. Yakiman from the elbow, trying to bank it. Rebound belongs to Bachman. To the other end of the floor. Knight flips it back on the floor. Stewart able to come up with it and gives to Bachman. Bakum picking up the dribble. Down low it goes to Stewart, and Stewart will lay it in. And that leaderboard changes again. Back over to Southern Crescent. Von Diakoman into the corner to Fitzgerald, short on the three. Tipped into the hands of Stewart, given to Willis. Back out front to Bakum. Drive, Knight. And he will draw the foul. Well, I see Dixon back in the gymnasium. He is walking tenderly, trying to stretch that back out. And it sure doesn't look at the moment that he will get back into the ball game. Who will, though, is Ewing, who is seated at the scorer's table. And he'll check in for Dia. Knight with 10 in the game. One of a couple of double-digit scores for the Tigers. That is short. Knight with the rebound. Bakum with the drive. Feeds to Knight. Knight with a miss. Got it back, puts it in. Yakiman and Ewing pass and catch back over to Ewing, and then Bakum will knock down Ewing, pick up the personal. And that should have the Jets at the bonus for the rest of the night. Fourth foul on Bakum. Darius Willis coming into the game. Held back on Ewing. And Fitzgerald saying, I was pushed into Ewing. Now Ewing grimacing on his way down, but apparently okay. The Jets have already lost one starter in Dixon for the remainder of the night, apparently. And can ill afford to lose another. Knight with it, with Willis, who checked into the game defending. Shot no good, rebounded by Knight, put back blocked by Willis, but apparently Willis getting some body on Knight. And that will carry us to the media timeout in a 52-51 game.
Georgia Technical College, where we make it happen.
Whether your dream is to become a welder, a nurse, a restaurant owner, electrician, or aircraft mechanic, South Georgia Technical College can help you make it happen. SGTC has over 200 associate degree, diploma, and technical certificate of credit programs of study available. Visit our website at southgatech.edu for more information or to apply, or call 800-928-0283.
So what are you waiting for? Let's make it happen.
You know, there's some of us that just look like we're happy all the time. And then there's others like me that, you know, look like you're grouchy and grumbly and complaining all the time. That's a gentleman who always looks happy. Happy to be where he's at. Tonight, watching the Tigers and the Jets tangle here at the hangar in Americas. Southern Crescent coming in with a 2-10 mark in the conference. 6-20 overall. Trying to pick up their third conference win. South Georgia Tech trying to make it 8 conference victories. Well, those conference wins for Southern Crescent, one relatively impressive over Georgia Highlands. Beat them 89-86. Martellus bringing it down low, kissed it off the window, got it back, gets another chance, swatted by Knight. Dennis will retrieve. Tipped away by Ewing. Georgia Highlands at just about the 500 mark in the conference, 7-6. But one of those 6 losses to the Southern Crescent squad is trying to hand South Georgia Tech a 6th loss in the conference. South Georgia Tech trying to stay in the thick of things as far as the top part of the conference is concerned, which means it turns a game that, if you're looking at overall records, you're thinking it's not a meaningless game, all district game, significant, but it's a cakewalk of sorts. Hasn't been. Tigers with a 5-point lead with 6.5 to go. Willis down low to Akama. He'll get fouled, and Willis did it. So Willis will pick up his second personal. Dwight Brown coming into the game. Brown, for a guy that has started a lot of games for South Georgia Tech, 11, has had a limited role tonight, played 7 minutes in the first half, and getting onto the floor with 6:24 to go here in half number 2. Well, again, with the South Georgia State loss, this becomes an even more significant game for the Jets. Pott with a drive, switch to the left hand. Brown ripping it away. Fires out front to Martellus. Into the paint, Ewing off the glass, trying to tip it back in. Ewing again with it. Puts it up, gets fouled, and will have an opportunity at the stripe. So Ewing shooting 4 for 4 at the line in the first half with 10 points. 19 now in the game for Ewing. And he has certainly been a big part of the reason for their success in the district. Five-point game. Willis getting it tonight. Handoff given to Dennis. Dennis into the paint. It goes into the air. Yakiman grabs it. Pod's got it on the other end of the floor. He'll jam it in. It's a one-possession game. In play to Dennis. And you got a Dennis foul. Trying to get the ball back from Ewing. And the Jets picked up the tenacity of its defense. And are a Tiger foul away from the double bonus for the rest of the night. Ewing trying to hit 20 and get the Jets closer. There is his 20th point of the night. Another 1-for-2 trip for Ewing. Thrown away by Willis. Pod's got it short on the try. It'll go out of bounds off of Stewart. And another opportunity this trip down the floor for the Jets to knot it up or take the lead. Yakiman to put it in play. Martellus short, rebounded by Stewart. That will go out of bounds off Pod. Time to go in the game. Screen set by Ackerman, going the other way, Willis. And he will knock it off the glass. Stretch it to a 2-possession game, but still with lots of time left. Into Brown, and Brown for 2. Blocking foul on Ewing. Now it is the Tigers that are into the bonus. And a little moisture on the floor that will be tended to. Right there along the sidelines. Willis 17 in the game. The game's second leading scorer behind Ewing's 20. And it looks like Bartelis has got some blood on the elbow. So Brian will reach into his goodie bag, get a wrap or a bandage, tape it up, and Bartelis will be back on the floor in just a moment. Willis at the line shooting 4.5 to go. 59-57 Tiger lead. Key conference game, more so for the Jets than Southern Crescent at this point. Of course, if you're Southern Crescent, you're still looking at the possibility of getting in. So maybe less significant for the Tigers is erroneous. A couple of teams that want it and need it. Ewing giving over to Bond. Back it goes to Ewing. Off the glass, rebounded by Willis. Give it to Bakum. Inside 4 to go. Screen set by Akama. That is Willis. And that is a big three. Possessions becoming more precious. And anxieties where the clock is concerned, a little more anxious. Bartelis with a drive. Off the window for two. Down the floor to Akama. Given back to Willis. Not in the panic mode yet. 3 minutes to go in the game. Just a 4-point contest. Willis with a drive, and he will draw the foul of Brown. So we've made it to the last of our media timeouts. 3:03 to go. This one's going down to the wire. Nobody's had a double-digit lead. And it looks like we may not, with 3:03 to play. Just about all White Jones County. Diving catch at shortstop. Gross. Towards the gap. Diving catch in center field by Ben Aklinski. There is a shot towards deep short. Kraft's got it. Long throw over, and he got it. That's another lady from France. Papin, of course, from France, but so too is our head bob and dancer. Matter of fact, a lot of the Lady Jets enjoying the music. Mia Sakano playing a little air guitar to Freddie Mercury and Queen. I mean, who doesn't love Queen? Willis trying to extend the lead. It's 4 currently. Hits his first. One of 2 rebounded by Brown. Of course, there was nary a Tiger at the line, so they were conceding the rebound off a potential miss. Getting over to Ewing. Brings it inside the paint, laid it up and in. Back over to Knight. Give it to Bakum. Stolen away, Yakiman, Bartelis. And it's a 1-point game. 2:28 to go. Tigers ask for the time as the Jets cut it to 1. .228 to go, 1-point ball game, brand new contest. And it's the defense that has created turnovers and thus points. And turned it into a 1-point game. Nearly taken away by Ewing, but he'll roll it out of bounds. Stewart in play to Willis. Willis bringing it down low off the glass. Tip this direction. Stewart able to come up with it. Fires over to Akama. Knight leans in. Bond blocked. Bartless the board. Gives over to Ewing. And the Jets with less than 2 to play. And a chance to take the lead. Back it goes to Yakiman. Into the corner to Bond. Yakiman thinking about the 3. Bond will try the 3. He'll drop in the 3. Got a jump ball, and who's going to have possession? It'll be the Jets. In play to Bartelis. Banked it a little hard. And you got a foul, I think, no, it is on Bartelis. I was about to say Yakiman. But it will be Bartelis. And we will head to the other end of the floor. Big free throws. Every shot huge down the stretch with 1:25 to go. Stewart with 8 points in the game. Misfires on the front end of the 1-and-1. Jets trying to push that lead out to 2 possessions. Into the corner pod with it. That is Yakiman for 3. Off the rim. Willis has got it with 1 minute left. It'll go out of bounds off Willis. And a 2-possession lead inside a minute, even bigger than outside of that minute. That is stolen away. Willis flipping it over to Bakmu. Willis. Let's see what happened in the paint. It looks like it's going to be a jet foul. And it'll be called on Ewing. It has got Willis shooting. Willis 22 points in the game. One of two. Ewing over to Yakiman. Feeds it down low, threw it away, trying to get it to Bartelis. And Willis will walk with it. So the shot clock is off. It is put in play to buy. Yakiman fouled by Bakum, and that might be 5 on Bakum. It is. So Bakum coming out of the ball game having fouled out. "19 seconds left. And Bakum will leave. Yakiman will go to the stripe. Huge free throws. It will stay one possession, but a chance to stretch it out to 3, and now best case is 2. Yakiman 1 of 2, 3 points in the game. That will drop in to tie it up at 67. And now it's winning in regulation or hand to OT if you're the Jets. Ewing couldn't get it to fall. And we're going to overtime. Regulation not enough. 5 minutes more of basketball in a 67-67 game.
Georgia Technical College, where we make it happen.
Whether your dream is to become a welder, a nurse, a restaurant owner, electrician, or aircraft mechanic, South Georgia Technical College can help you make it happen. SGTC has over 200 associate degree, diploma, and technical certificate of credit programs of study available. Visit our website at southgatech.edu for more information or to apply, or call 800-928-0283.
So what are you waiting for? Let's make it happen.
Okay, come on, give me a little of that Pee Wee Herman. I saw it just a few minutes ago. Okay, that's a Pee Wee Herman move, but it'll work going into OT. 5 minutes now left in the game, unless, of course, we do this again. Tigers playing without the services of Bakum. Maun Bakum fouling out of the game. Which means they've got one guy on the bench. Overtime underway. Brown has got it. First possession of OT. And I think we've been here before. Seems like we had an OT game not long ago. Into the corner to Fitzgerald. Fitzgerald with a miss on the three. Rebounded by Stewart. Into the paint to Akama. And there will be a foul. So Akama going to the strike. Let's see, what was the OT game? Central Georgia Tech. Happened on a Wednesday. Something about Wednesdays here in the hangar. Well, if we can come up with the same results, we'll be good. They won that one in overtime against Central Georgia Tech, 80-73. Jammed in by Bond. Tying in overtime in 69. By the way, I don't have to set any personal records tonight. It's not something I just, gotta have happen my personal life. 3 OTs. I've never done more than a 3 overtime game. Haven't done that many double OT games. Most of them have been decided in the first overtime, and I'm good with that. Got a walk by Ewing. Willis with 23 in the game. Matching the number on the jersey. Able to get it back. Swatted away by Ewing. Two-point Tiger lead overtime. On a Wednesday night. Here at the hangar, put in play to Dennis. Dennis off the rim. Rebounded by Fitzgerald. Back out front to Ewing. Gives over to Bond. Into the corner is Fitzgerald. Martellus got up in the air, nowhere to go with it, trying to bang it off the leg of Ackerman. Instead, handed it to Willis. Over it goes to Knight. Knight missing on the 3. Rebounded by Bartellus. And the foul committed by Stewart. So big Bartellus free throws. .222 to play. Bartellus with big free throws. I don't know which is more pressure packed. The one that draws you to within 1 or the one that draws you dead even. You got to have them both. And Bartellus does. 71 each. Stewart bringing it down low. Got the look. Got it in. Lean back over to the Tigers as we near the 2-minute mark. Spin move Ewing. 73 each. Willis pulling up at the charity stripe. In and out, and rebounded by Bartelis. And an opportunity for the Jets to take their first OT lead. Give it to Bond, whips it to Bartelis. Bartelis from outside of the paint. And the Jets with a 2-point lead. 11. Make that 1-11 left to play. And the Jets grabbing their first lead in overtime. Well, there is one Jason Carpenter, head coach of the Lady Jets. Got some dancing going on around him. Got an OT game on the floor. I somehow think he's probably focused on the next game. The next Lady Jet contest. $75-73 game. 71 seconds to play. And they have begun to tick off here at OT. Big possession for the Tigers offensively, Jets defensively. Down low, rejected by Brown. Able to come up with a loose ball, and now it is the Jets with an opportunity to turn it into a 2-possession game. Bond feeding to Brown, and Brown for 2. Stewart working his way to the charity stripe, rattled it in. Into Brown, flips it over to Bond. And Ankama will commit the foul on Bond. And Bond with an opportunity to put the game not completely out of reach, but it would be difficult to overcome a 4-point lead in 13 seconds. Big free throws from Bond. To make it a 2-possession game. Bond does. Tigers limited time. And that is thrown away, trying to get it tonight. And the Jets are about to win their 8th conference game, go 8-5 in the conference. Hard-fought win. But the Jets have done it and stay a couple of games out of the top spot in the GCAA. 79-75. Your final score in overtime. And it is the Jets that have the, I guess it would be the, is it the dufecta? I mean, if the trifecta is a perfect 3, you've got 2 wins tonight, the ladies and the men. Okay, I don't know if dufecta is a good name for it, but it's the twin win. Jets do it by 100 plus for the ladies and in overtime for the men. And don't forget, subscribe to our YouTube channel. There is a subscription button somewhere nearby. Just click it. Subscribe. Well, thank you. Trying to get to 6,000 by midnight Friday night. Thanks for watching. For all of us with JockJive and South Georgia Tech, I'm Robert Williamson. So long, everybody.